Got me a reptilian. It doesn't have a body. But basically, this is my bag of clothes, washed, and it'll disguise itself as anything. But what you want to do is look for the irregulars on the eyes, and I'll show you all what they do. But they're a master at stitching, and also, if you notice, I have a lot of holes. This thing has like a million spikes, like a porcupine. But you know, we can't fuck with a Mexican, okay? So let's look and see what we got. So look, bam, you see that? Mind you, I pulled these clothes out and they're thin, and I'm gonna pull one out and I'll show you. But you see how when you touch it, it's got substance, okay? And it just moved. You see that? It put its head down. You know, it's just kind of hiding. But like, these are my jeans, and you want to look for spikes. You see that? They're sharp. You know, when you touch them. See that? It disguises it as plastic. That right there is damn fucking arrow. But yeah, if you've been following my Twitter, then you know what I went through, and I've solved the case. You know, I didn't want to tell anyone about it because, for obvious reasons. But another thing too is like, you can feel where it gets warm, because they breathe too. So the bag will exfoliate, you know, when it's present. And then like, they actually have eyes at the end of like the tip. So you see how that looks like a tarantula leg? And in some cases they'll penetrate through like you know, these drawstring things. And I'll post another video where I discovered it. And at the end is them. They'll go straight through, thin as a needle. But you can see once you start getting close, you know, it starts getting into a defense mode and it puts up all the spikes. And the moment I go in there, you know, these are closed, by the way, but it feels like a body. I feel like I'm holding like a little monkey. But when I go in there, see the spikes everywhere, it's gonna just like disappear, and that's what they do. And you know, I just kind of played around, did research, but the thing that comes to mind on these guys is like reptilians. Like, it's literally like Mortal Kombat movie. This guy can morph into anything, and it does all the time. Mixed with animals like insects, mixed with parasites, mixed with UFOs, because it does come in a UFO form, and I have that on tape too, and I've already posted that. I knew something was cloaked. I didn't know exactly what, but I finally, I don't know what happened. His battery needed to be charged or something, but he just kind of exposed himself and revealed himself, I should say. And you know, he was holding the stick, and that makes sense because sometimes when I'm asleep I get like nudged, you know. And at the same time, it could also be an asset of the government, because they don't like me, just people like me living off state benefits. But hey, I worked 26 years and I did all of that so you can give Israel 310 billion. Never mind helping the millennials get housing. Millennials got effed, and you can see right now he's not too happy. See that? He's looking right at us. I mean, this is the first time I've ever, you know, I've been outside for 3 years, but for some reason here in California, and I think I know what it is. I was told that there's a lot of underground abandoned buildings and a whole lot of like Satan stuff, like satanic worshiping going on, and so that's why, like, yeah, you know, there's the whole goth thing coming back in style, and you know, you start feeling stuff, and you know, things is just supernatural. But I mean, the worst thing I could do is run, right? And also, you have to understand, you know, if you come from a Judeo-Christian background, like I'm Mormon, this is Satan's world. Okay? You know, my home is up in heaven with the Creator. So that's why things are the way it is, you know? But yeah, it literally, as we talk, I mean, it can go anywhere and do anything. You see how it's playing with the blanket now. It's penetrating through. It's, you know, you can see right now as we talk, spikes are coming out of my clothes. And before I go, I'm going to pull this out, and you can see it's going to, you see these spikes. You know, little porcupine, thin as a needle. You know, but before I end it, I'm going to pull it out, and you'll see it's going to be just a regular, like, t-shirt or something. So let's do that right now. Mind you, I did just, you know, wash them. I do the best I can. Oh yeah, I want to keep on switching it out. Yeah, that's lame. This is it right here. But these things can actually be controlled if you suffocate them. But it does weird shit like that, like make like puppet fucking eyes and mouth with my face. You know, it's just like, yeah. Open this up right now. And where was it? Oh, this one over here. Yeah, so it was like my jeans, right? So then watch when I take that. This is real. And I think part of the reason why I'm able to like gain access to this is because I'm Native American. So here we go. The jeans. All the spikes went away. Shaking it out. And it looks like jeans, you know, that have been rained on or whatever. Which it has. And I'm gonna need to do some laundry again because it rained. But look, there's nothing in it, right? But before, a few seconds ago, I was able to grab like a body. You know, it had substance. But now, so Megan Kelly, I'd love to be on your show, and we can talk about it. Thank you for listening.